duct tape over your mouth?
I thought you were. I don't know why, but I thought you were going to do the old meme of just put duct tape on your asshole. You won't shit for months. Hello, my have a nice night. This is my Viking brothers and sisters. Welcome to the podcast that is this podcast. This podcast is a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I know nothing. Why is this not... I don't know why this isn't working.
Blows up.
On a scale of 1 to 10, my friend, you're fucked.
Time to go back to 2015 and watch the Generation movies. The unfortunate
The singular ass cheek.
when my dad is beating my mom, but I just got my first suit back for the dry cleaners. What the?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oop. Ding, 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 ding.
See, now you're starting it now.
Yeah.
Chat rate of 1? Who's chatting in my chat? Who chats in my chat while the chat's chatted? You fucking chatter. You shut up.
Cheater, chat. Parents, paradox, parents.
I'm going to fucking...
This is where my parents
I'm
died.
gonna fuck your nose.
Yeah, that's my nose.
Yes.
Honestly, if you could do that, I would be probably amazed.
Anything's possible with enough duct tape, a knife, and a pair of pliers.
I don't like
that
what
And one banana peel.
What does the banana peel have to do?
You'll find out. Now, we can either do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way.
The booty bandit.
You've seen the Boondocks too, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's kind of.
Have you ever seen where Spooner fights with Huey, Riley, and Robert?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I thought when Huey jumped up to kick Statement, he kicked him plumb in the face, got him spun around like that. So it's funny, out of all of them, for some reason, Huey was able to get that first hit on the dude and the only one.
I don't know what either of you Mexicans are talking about.
Boondock.
I don't know what that is. It sounds like KFC. I don't know. Why does KFC sound like KFC? Because it's KFC.
Number for 911. I don't know.
What's the number for me giving a shit? I don't know. Ask your mom.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn,
LMG mounted and loaded. Your mom mounted and loaded.
Eating this big.
4 big guys, and they sat on the
What are you
couch.
doing with other
The white girl walked in and got fucked.
What the fuck is wrong with this dude?
Thank you, Pyro. Thank
She
you.
called you uncle because your jokes were lame. What's the problem? Because you talked lame.
I'm gonna shit your pants. Oh yeah, I just remembered. I almost forgot, stream. As you all know, as per usual, dear Lord, thou art in heaven. I pray that you bless this stream so that way many people may come from far and wide, watch, and hopefully enjoy the content here. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Alright, well, anyway. So, what do we want to talk about? Podcasts are where people talk, so what are we talking about here today?
What is the topic for today? What are some things coursing through my tiny brain?
I didn't even know you had a brain.
It's just two peanuts clashing with each other constantly.
You have 2 nuts clashing in your head constantly?
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. Because I try to type this in.
Alright, now here's the question. Is it 2 dudes with 1 nut each, or is it just one guy that has 2 different nut sacks that each have 1 nut?
I think the first one is a lot funnier.
No, that's just gay. Are you gay?
Me? Gay for liking men? I don't know.
I don't know. Sounds pretty gay.
I'd only be gay if I was a guy myself, but
No,
clearly,
liking penis is gay. Don't you know that?
if you like, it's gay.
No.
For me, it's incredible.
If an individual likes penis, they are gay. If an individual likes vagina, they are a lesbian. I am a lesbian, you are gay.
I know.
You're one of those people.
That uses logic? Yeah.
No, because I do that like all the time. People say, "Oh," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm into guys. I'm gay." Some people don't like that because they're simpletons. But, I digress.
You digest. What are you digesting?
Oh, this is normal. Yeah.
This hooker I found in the alleyway.
Yeah.
That's what I'm digesting.
Hey, you shouldn't talk about yourself like that. It's not very nice.
Holy Christ, no. At least not for
What's your
you.
question, Pyro?
So, here's the thing.
Right.
You are really far away.
I said I'm still looking for a Persian rug, but I'm still having trouble trying to.
Maybe it's just not meant. You're just not meant to have a Persian rug, Pyro.
Sounds cool, but no.
I'm trying to find.
Still can't hear you, Pyro.
Still trying to find either a Persian rug or a Persian sword or a Persian instead of a mortal arm.
I see. I cup.
I
Do you even know what the Persian
Pyro, you're still real quiet, brother.
son of a bitch? Do you know what the Persian mortals are?
I really don't care. But you know what? Just for the sake of content, go ahead and share.
Fine. From what I studied about, they were the deadliest fighting force of Persia at one point.
I thought that was the Prince of Persia. Oh no.
I don't have a laughing track, but just imagine.
Just imagine a laugh track.
Yeah. It's very poorly committed time. There you go.
Well, I don't just always have my soundboard up. It's not like an actual button soundboard that's physical in real life.
Ding, 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 ding.
Bing, bing. Ring, ding, 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 ring, ding, 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 ding.
I was looking through my reels and I saw that frog.
Reels? You go fishing?
I didn't do I didn't know for this whole time that Crazy Frog had this schlong just hanging out, dangling.
He does. He's a frog.
I didn't know that they would actually add on, but they take it off and put it back on. Depending.
He's also only wearing his hat, his goggles, and his jacket. Sometimes not even his jacket.
It's crazy. But yeah. Yes, I do go fishing.
That's nice. When did I ask?
Sorry.
Exactly. Now shit yourself.
My apologies, Thursday. No. No, thank you. Anyways, so...
Either shit or get shitted. I'm gonna piss in your face.
Ooh, no. That's, no.
In your mouth.
No.
See, the difference here is I'm not asking permission.
Yes, you are.
See,
Clearly.
I don't believe in consent.
It's at the end.
I am vetoing your consent.
No.
You don't have it anymore. It's been vetoed.
I've been at my consent. What do you mean?
Your consent has been vetoed.
You can't just do that.
I can. I'm Havel. See, you don't understand something yet. I'm Havel. It's already been done.
Howl.
Havel on these nuts.
So funny.
I know it's funny, because I am funny. She's gone full retard on us stream. What do we do? What do we do?
Your mother be twinkling on my diggling till I ponder.
You're not being conducive to the stream. Do I have to kick your ass?
Kick the bottom.
Do I? No, you know what? Do I have to fuck your ass?
No, please. Don't do that.
Yeah, then shut up.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, if you shut up, I don't have to do that. Ha, faker. Guess what? Sonic the Hedgehog's gonna fuck your mom.
Lightning McQueen's gonna fuck my mom. Lightning McQueen's not even real. I fucked mom shit lips.
Guess what? Lightning McQueen's gonna fuck your dad. Dun, 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 dun. See, here at Havel Incorporated, consent is just an idea.
Consent is consent.
Consent is at best a concept.
Specifically, I did a
And
full-
see,
a full playthrough on Dark Souls on this
What about Dark Souls?
Jacksepticeye recently just did a full playthrough of Dark Souls, and I did not know.
I don't watch Jacksepticeye anymore, ever since he released a video about saying people should not have the right to own guns. So...
What was that video?
It happened years ago. He was on tour and he heard about a shooting or something, and he said, see, this is why I personally believe that people should not have the right to own guns. Which is essentially the synopsis of the video. He said, this is why we need more gun control. And at some point, Markiplier did the same thing, which is why I don't watch him either.
Wait, hold up. Markiplier owned a lot of guns last time I saw him.
No, Markiplier doesn't own any guns.
He owned that big bore 44 that he had.
I don't think that's a real gun, Pyro.
I think he was at like a skit.
I think it was just a fake gun, like an airsoft.
Yeah, I don't think it was like real. I think are you talking about that one Dishonest video?
What?
Never mind.
No, the first time he ever pulled out that fake revolver was back in a Do Not Laugh.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one when he was just like with the crazy.
You know, I still won't understand. Some. Breaks in who has no gun, but yet has a fucking blade, and yet he doesn't even believe they should own blade.
Well, then I guess... You can't carry scissors around in Japan more than 6 inches long. Actually, no, 4 inches long.
Yeah, I know that.
Also, you lied to me, Oreo. You're a liar.
Lied about what?
You said that your mom said that you were not allowed to learn Japanese, and yet you speak some Japanese. You's a liar.
Because she's gone.
And?
I know that I speak a little, but ever since I learned that the reason why was some deep down angst against her own parents. My grandpa and grandma, they loved me a lot. And I never knew why because she never told me. But I don't want to talk about it right now. I digress. Big spoon, little spoon.
Mom, you don't want to know.
Yes. I think I'm the middle spoon. The big spoon.
Well,
I don't understand. People should know.
I don't really use spoons. I use forks.
yeah.
You know, I don't understand why they would say somebody shouldn't have the right to own guns, because guns literally...
Okay, well, here's the thing, though, Pyro. Like, if someone doesn't want to own guns, then don't own guns. But other people own guns, and there are plenty of illegal guns owned by criminals. Something people don't understand is it doesn't matter what you do, what laws you try to pass or implement, you're not going to get rid of the illegal guns. There's not going to be people that come and like give up their illegally obtained guns because they were like, hey, we're giving out $20 gift cards at this gun buyback. They're not going to do that because they still need to kill people and kill each other, the gangs and whatnot. And so people aren't, like, criminals aren't going to give up their guns. A. And B, wherever there's a market for something, people will find a way to make and sell it. Like, for example, in Japan, guns are completely outlawed, yet a man made a rudimentary pipe shotgun to shoot a prime minister he disagreed with, and he killed him. It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter how you do it, you will never get rid of guns. there will be someone somewhere that finds a way to make one or obtain one. Doesn't matter if it's legal or not. The problem with trying to force people to not have guns is you're just going to end up getting rid of a lot of legal gun owners, and then there will be no one who is a legal gun owner to kill the person, the criminal, who is doing the offense.
Yeah, you're right about that, because I don't know what people are thinking, but they seem to think that banning all guns solve the problem. But what they don't understand is, see, sure, yeah, you can ban illegal guns if you want. That's not gonna stop a fucking murderer from going and.
What was it? I found one.
That, oh, you can finally ban legal guns. That means no gun owners on the gun. Fuck that. Let's hope it's anything.
Well, what's funny is the highest gun crime are the areas that have no guns, the gun-free zones. That's where the highest gun crime is. But if you ask someone for the statistics on that, they'll just say, well, that's not true, and then they won't give you any proof that it is or is not true because they're scared of the truth, because they don't want to be wrong. Heaven forbid that they be wrong on something, so they'll just lie their way through it.
Try to argue with me about it more, because it's pointless to argue with what they're talking about.
Sure.
You know, me, I've learned everything I could about guns so far, and I've learned much more about it. And I'm going to continue learning more about guns, because guns is how I feel in life. I know guns. I believe it would be a good business to one day open up my own gun shop. Business that can last for maybe eons one day.
Well, if you're lucky, that is. Pyro, you're cutting out a bit.
One moment.
Someone messaged me on Discord and said, I don't like it when you talk about pissing in women's mouths.
There we go. Now, like I was trying to say, I don't need to have
Not like
runs anything. That doesn't mean I can't have my bloodline running the gun shop long. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, Pyro.
No.
And see, what people don't realize is I just make flirtatious jokes towards women.
Bitch. Bitch. Great.
This one just says it increases your stamina by 49.6 and your health recovery by 5 per minute for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why this hasn't happened yet. Someone just sent me a link, right? And it's essentially just to food-themed dildos, right? Like cucumbers, bananas, what was the other one? Not the rutabaga. It was corn, that's right.
Yeah, but only last week,
That is corny!
Looking up on Pornhub.
Looks up cornholio on cornhub.corn.
Pornhub is the place to be.
Cornhub is where all the fat Americans go for their corny needs. Whether it be corny jokes, corn starch, corn syrup, you name it, we corned it. Corned
Pornhub.
beef.
Pornhub.website is the place to be. We got cobbers.
Cornhub.corn. Nah, it's see, you
Cobb
got
gets
I
salted for traditional street food. Interracial corn. Big black cob. X2 mixed.
Big black cob.
Young cobs left outside alone. Beautiful young cobs lay in the sun. Big truck shoots.
How much do you want how much do you want to bet she's just on Pornhub reading all the titles but in corn theme?
I will literally send you the link to Pornhub.
If you send it, you gotta send it in the server. You gotta share it with everybody. Share with the entire class.
I will. It's in general.
Well, you know what else is in general? Your ass.
It's so funny. He jumps around and acts like a little nugget.
You know what else is your ass? Your ass.
I know.
Oh no! Oh.
You know what else is in your ass? Probably a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
I don't let that shit crest, dog. Literally.
You know what else is in your ass? Your mom.
I wouldn't hope so.
You don't have to hope. It's already too late.
The rock consumes.
First we gonna rock, then we gonna rock. Don't let it rock.
Hey yo, Seal.
You just want
We will.
Oh no!
It is. They make me laugh.
EP.
As you know.
It's
I know they keep running his mouth out.
Where'd Pyro go?
So funny.
to explode.
Well, right now I'm about to actually go to sleep.
Oh.
You're sleepy?
No, believe it or not, I've got a fucking headache.
Oh. Did you take anything for it?
This guy's more my style.
I took a couple shots of Jameson.
That's not medicine.
It helps pretty much with a lot of things like that, dude.
Does it help, or is it just a band-aid being put on the broken dam? And you're not actually helping with the problem, you're just slowly making it worse because you're not dealing with the problem, and you're just slowly letting it build up.
I actually have no idea now.
Me watching a picture of Kurt Cobain being burnt into my monitor.
Why?
The rot consumes.
You know what? I'm probably just gonna stop drinking for the night.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Me and the boys at 2 a.m. looking for.
Alright, Ralph, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep, okay, bro?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sleep well.
Alright. Y'all have a good night.
Don't come to
too.
yourself.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You don't need a big fat mouth.
And then there
Seems
were
like a
two.
fun guy. You know,
Huh?
like
What?
a mushroom.
I didn't hear what you
Seems like a
said.
fun guy.
Oh, that's what you said. I thought you said that guy's the fuck guy, and I was like, what? If you want to fuck Pyro so bad, find a room.
Why do that? Okay. I want to see what Pedro Pascal's doing.
Probably shitting his pants.
I hope not.
You just look up what Pedro Pascal is doing, and it just leads you to a live stream. Just the title of it is "Taking a Fat Shit."
What the Rock doing?
The Rock is just fucking a boulder.
The boulder is confused.
The boulder doesn't know how to confuse about these fools.
Meet seagulls online.
Damn, what, you lonely?
There is a person named Jezebel, 42 kilometers away.
I don't speak no Britain round here.
They are getting down and dirty. They're getting me right and dirty.
Gonna shit your pants.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
We got a number one for
It's organ failure.
I'm gonna make you have organ failure when I shove an entire horse up your ass.
Mr. Hand.
Now you're just when everything dies. Everybody's in such a hurry.
Never watched. Don't know.
It's good. If you notice, I'm not healing.
Mr. Hands?
Never have your healer.
Yeah. Never watched. Don't know.
The guy that was fucked to death by a horse?
I know the story.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I've just never seen the video.
I choose not to. Everybody just talks about it. I just don't.
I have seen all the BME Pain Olympics, though.
I can't hear you because I should have turned my game volume down, but no.
Bazinga!
Bazinga D's nuts.
Bazinga!
Bunjinning Dargo.
Bazinga.
Somebody's using emojis in my chat right now. I see the emojis spamming now. I'm gonna kick your ass.
No, don't do it.
Wow, I just
really
died.
like
I
spamming.
don't even know how that happened.
You really like spam? Well, don't worry. I'm really good at cooking spam. We're gonna have a great time, you and I.
Spammington.
Just leave me dead.
I love spam. It's a very delicious food.
Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding. Do you like Vienna sausages?
Depends.
Okay. Ding 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 ding. Do you like baked beans?
Depends.
I will though.
You like balls?
Cheese balls.
Fair, fair.
Where was our healer?
Blasphemous clips go hard.
I'm trying to. Oh, I
Elaborate.
Blasphemous?
What do you mean by
I don't
blasphemous clips go hard?
I like this.
Why am I dead?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Blasphemous?
Yeah, just tell me. I'll come and help you.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Oh, I didn't
It's,
hear you. I gotta turn my.
My profile.
Yeah, you didn't give me up.
That doesn't mean I know what it is.
It's just a Souls kind of based.
Yeah, well, it doesn't beat Dank Souls.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. Wah, 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 wah.
Shut up, bitch!
My heart! I'm so hurt. That hurt my feelings. My poor little female feelings. It's so hurt.
You got mail. Meow. You got mail. You got mail. You got mail.
Popular people be like,
You got mail. You got mail. You got mail.
meanwhile,
Or
me.
it could be an
You got
overseas
mail.
Social security check.
You know, this take sucks.
You're old?
No, they just get a lot of spam or scams.
I love spam.
Oh no.
It tastes so
You know
good.
those, like, infomercials where they try to sell you things? They usually just come on after, like, elderly people get there. Having fun over there?
just casually hitting hammer against metal object. Happens to be rubber hammer. Makes weird slapping sound. Having fun over there? Short pause. Continues to make noise.
Yeah.
Oh. I can shit in your pants.
No, I got
Shimmery, squishy splendor.
Squeal and girl.
Da, 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 da. Apple bottle large, birds with the her. Everybody be shitting at her. Actually, no, I need to restart. Hypercock, inflation, vor, you name it, I've got it, my friend.
Nipple penetration.
Oh yeah, one of my favorites. Top 10.
Got security breach inflation.
Yeah. I can find it. Whatever it is.
You got Jack in the Box. You got Jack in the Box.
Yeah, probably. Nothing is free, my friend. My new friend.
How about tattoo
Nah. Actually, I don't want your proposition of coins.
How about two really, really weak ass
How about I deflate one of your titties?
deflates? I don't even have none. Good.
No, but there is something there. And if there's something there, it can be deflated.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Some people love inflation porn. Well, guess what? I've got deflation porn. Oh!
Well, deflation is when they puff their bellies up with that ear puff.
No, that's not deflation. Deflation would be letting anything out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me get to that point that I'm putting you on.
You don't have a point. You're a woman!
I had my point. You just meant to have my point. It was a missing one.
You're not allowed to be a living.
You're so illiterate.
You're not allowed to have fish.
Fish.
That's right. How do you feel about that, you random fishmonger?
I know.
I don't even like fish like that.
Well, guess what? Fish likes you. And he's coming hard. I'm not gonna dance. I'm gonna sit down and I'm going to enjoy a sandwich.
That I made graciously for you.
Why did you make the sandwich? I didn't ask for the sandwich from you.
Well, I made it
I didn't make the sandwich myself. Huh?
because I planted it before you.
Yeah, well, there is no one in the kitchen.
How do you know?
Because I am the kitchen.
Oh. I see.
And there's nobody inside me.
Yet at least.
Try
Treat me
you
like my
won't.
teeth. Don't do me dirty. Love me, love me.
I'm gonna
Oh,
shit your pants.
I was trying to rizz up the shoddy. Please.
There is no shoddy here.
Air fine, Johnny. Coming with that bunny.
The only
Yeah,
short
yeah.
person here is you.
You're short too.
No. Really not.
You're like itty bitty.
I could literally step over you.
Oh yeah. It was that one it was like a meme. This one really tall black guy, he just literally stepped over this one dude. And it was just like a video of his like his for his head.
That's nice. When did I ask?
I asked myself.
When?
Ray Ray.
Pyro. Oh wow.
Cause maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonder wall. Not you though.
Okay, white chocolate princess.
You're just a woman. You're not my wonder wall.
It'll be
I was
your
talking to myself.
weapon.
I am my own wonder wall. Just maybe.
Pack a punch me and give you brain rot.
After all, I'm my wonder wall.
When the world caves in. On that
Shit
ground.
yourself.
No, 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 no.
Lottie, lottie, da, lottie.
Lottie da, lottie lottie da,
I am going to shit your pants.
lottie da dee da dee da dee da.
I
Lottie
swear I will pants your shit.
Ooh, word. Lottie
Yamatai kudasai.
Yamataya.
Yamatai kudasai.
I can't do. Well, I can. You just.
No balls.
We're going on a trip in my head.
We're going on a trip to a place called Milwaukee. Infinite drills in the sky.
Air raid. Air raid. Lights out. Air raid.
Who said something about rape?
Rape. Rape.
It's
Rape.
raping time.
No, please don't do that. No.
Say goodbye to our butthole.
Oh, I love it.
I love my butthole. I like my butthole privileges. No.
Your butthole is not privileged.
Because it pays rent.
And that is exactly why it no longer is allowed to be just a butthole. It will be a gaped butthole.
Play that. Root beer, no, root beer, no.
Sorry, but consent is a concept.
Come senpai, come senpai.
Come, senpai?
Oh,
Yami kudasai?
Word.
Sorry, the inner violence came out to play.
I was gonna go.
Ah, fuck shit.
Um,
Shit yourself?
actually,
Actually?
you should kill yourself
I
now.
know you will. That reminds me of this one meme song that I know of. Let's see if I can find it. It's a remix of Boom 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 Boom.
Small wiener, Big shit,
Yo, why are you
Benihana.
talking about yourself?
Big shit, Benihana. Big penis, big brain, big penis, big brain, big penis, big brain.
Can we call the petition to euthanize Oreo?
Gang shit, Benihana. And if it's rapper outline, 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 don't take you out all day.
Like not?
Yeah, fight one coming at me.
I woke up with a big boner, a big long hard boner.
Oh, I thought I was the only one here for a second there, but you were there. Yeah, right. I know.
Mm-hmm. There's no denying it now. What the fuck, dude?
Oh yeah, here we go. Yourself now. You should kill yourself now. Life is worth nothing. You have zero purpose. Kill yourself now. You should kill yourself now. You're worth nothing. You should kill yourself now.
Strip till the sweat drips
There's
down.
nothing. Zero purpose.
All these hoes are
You
going
should kill
down.
yourself now.
And I
There's
sleep all
nothing.
day.
You kill yourself now. There's nothing. The real purpose. Kill yourself now. You show yourself now. If it was nothing, you should kill yourself now.
The unfortunate booty.
She going in?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. How's the journal going?
Yes.
It's going yes. It's going yes. It's going yes. It's going
Your
yes.
special bunny loves you.
It's going yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's dumb.
Here you go, Oreo. Here's exactly what you need.
I'll wait for you.
Not for a whole hour.
Oh yes, for a whole ass hour.
Okay.
Ass hour. Ass hour. It's ass hour time. Ass hour
Yeah,
time.
it is the ass hour. Bend the fuck over.
Ow.
I wasn't asking.
Yes, nicely, maybe.
Next time, I'll be forcing you down.
You threatened me with a good time.
No, I'm just gonna threaten you with
My
rape.
partner. You threatened me with a good time yet again.
See, Stream, she's a freak. She likes to be raped.
The world shall know.
So yeah. Anyway, like I was saying.
You got your data. You got your data. You got your data.
How did that? What is he listening to?
Huh?
No, it was like I don't know. It's just one of his edits. Nothing.
You'll pick me up because nobody else will. I guess next time I'll leave them down.
Welcome to the
Bonita.
That was way funnier to me than it should have been. Stop slapping your titties around.
That's not what's going down.
I don't believe you.
I don't even got enough to even do that.
Bruh. I'll grab your butt.
Chili.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go criticize.
Now I'm cocoon. I
Wow.
So anyway, I just thought it.
It's great looking at
All my fellas.
When you're down and you're depressed, and one of your homies messages you and says, "It's time. Unite the homies." An error pops
Great.
up on your screen. It says, "It's homie time."
All my fellas.
boneless. Bro, nigga alert. Bro, nigga alert.
Why are you just the whitest black person that I know? Drank too much white person cum, I see.
Yep. Wake up downstairs to go to bed upstairs.
I say, I want to do it. Exactly. The world is just owing me a favor. I'm keeping those in mind. You are not knowing what's going on before lines.
So anyway,
I never get to play. Well, it doesn't feel like it to me. No, you don't. Wow.
What are you currently doing right now?
well, not anyone but myself.
I'm talking about your journal. You still working on it?
Yes, I'm punching holes in the leather. Because unlike cloth, you can't just put a sewing needle through leather. Unless you want to just keep breaking needles endlessly. Because leather is thick. Almost as thick as my cock.
You don't gotta lie. It's thicker.
Excuse me? You ain't know nothing.
Alright, give me the crown and let me run more.
Are you my other stalker besides Nina?
Stalker? Think I want to stalk you?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I stalk other people.
You're right, I'm not interesting enough.
Right? Word doesn't too much. Bores me.
Sure, bud. If you've seen too much, then what is in my left hand right now?
Hello, I'm not there.
Sure you're not, stalker. I can smell you.
Oh, great. Please get me out of the walls.
No, you get to stay in there. I know you got stuck in there. I'm not letting you out.
Yep.
Syllables is what you get when you take a word apart. It's invincible without people. Pass it out. Pass it out. Pew, 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 pew.
And I guess, when you think about it, why
Yippee. Yippee.
Or we know it.
I'm going to commit great crime. I'm going to bust nut in water tower.
Yeah, well, last time I went into Rimmon, there was hardly nobody there. It's like, wow, I remember the day. I do it all the time. It is so striking.
Have you ever tried bofa cheese?
You think you slick. You're not.
Have you ever heard of Dawn,
You
though?
know what? That's really sad.
You don't know Dawn dish soap? Did you know that Dawn dish soap is actually carcinogenic, which means it causes cancer?
At least.
The chemicals in Dawn dish soap are legitimately carcinogenic.
That's crazy.
Oh,
I can't believe you didn't hear about that.
Heard about my honey smack thing. Still. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was too. Well, that's what Tex says. He goes, "Well, line us up for the vet dungeon." I said, "Well, people don't like to do them unless you have."
You like Gouda cheese?
Do I? No.
I'm just asking legitimate questions. You know what? Fine. Whatever. I'm just going back to my work.
You're so sassy. You're sassy nasty.
Whatever, Megan.
Who pissed in your Cheerios?
Me. And your Cheerios are next.
No.
Oh, yeah.
You'll never get some Cheerios.
Your Cheerios are gonna get pissed in. And then I will make you drink it.
No.
Your Honor, my client pleads nuh-uh.
Then you shouldn't die. Yeah.
Indubitably.
Well, then I'm sorry, but your client will have to be sentenced to 50 years in cum prison.
What? I'm not even gonna ask.
The client will not be allowed to cum or consume cum for 9 years. Your Honor, my client lives off of semen. This would be an cruel and unusual punishment. I'm sorry, defendant. This information is not factual. It has been vetoed.
Literally, it's my lifeblood. Can't just do that.
No cummy wummies for you.
No.
What?
Why?
I know.
Why have I been to such cruelty? I've been working on the railroad all my life.
I've been fucking on the railroad all my teenage days. Me, whenever I hear the white-sounding friends say that they're actually black. You're what? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Oh no.
What happened?
A meme. I was doing a meme.
I thought something genuinely happened.
No. Me or everyone else, when I tell everyone that I support the original Templar Order values.
I got you. Oh,
That's crazy.
well, you can get up and answer it for that.
They don't even know what it means either.
Yeah.
Nobody
Is it?
asks.
You're just simply
Whoa!
what's the word?
Where's our healer? He's way back.
Enlightenment.
Enlighten you? Well, you see, Templar Order was originally created so that way
He's back.
Christians could get to the Holy Land because they were being persecuted by Muslims. And so there was a war between the Templar Order and the Muslims. And the Templars killed a lot of Muslims because they just wouldn't leave the Christians alone. A lot of people say it was an act of barbarism and that the Templars just meaninglessly slaughtered them, which isn't really the case.
Wow.
But even in the Bible,
Where
when God says you are going to defeat an enemy,
he ran all the way back.
you have to kill all of them. You have to kill their animals. You have to kill their children, their wives. You have to destroy everything in that town if you're going to destroy that town. Let nothing live, is what God said to do. So, Templars were just doing what they thought was right according to the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And the Templars strongly believed in a strong faith. They forsook a lot of things. For example, the Templars did not often drink alcohol. They drank on celebrations, but they didn't drink a lot. They also abandoned sex.
Let's kick this guy.
If you were a Templar and you were found to have had sex while in the order, you were found a heretic and hung. I think that having people that kind of at least somewhat follow the level of honor that Templars had, society would be bettered greatly.
Would they leave us?
Because the Templars were very virtuous individuals.
One of them is.
I would imagine so.
Of course, unfortunately, eventually the Templars became corrupt, and then that's why they were eventually quote-unquote destroyed, which they eventually became what is now known as the Freemasons, which is an organization that still goes on to this day. And the Freemasons built America.
Why go down there?
Mm.
Now they worship the devil instead of God.
Mm.
And in every city, there is a Templar, or not Templar, but a Masonic order building. I've seen, I think, one or two around town where I live. They're in almost every town, in every place. They are in every state. Whenever people talk about a shadow government, those are usually the people they're talking about. Almost. Actually, no. I think it is every... Yeah, no. There is a specific handshake that the Freemasons have. And they every president who has ever lived and gotten into the presidency has been a member of the Masonic Order, including Trump. Because all of them can be seen doing this very specific handshake.
When you get that one, you better have your
Thanks to cameras and pictures and stuff like this can't be easily hidden like it used to be. It used to just all be behind closed doors and stuff. But you see, now people have cameras, and people can record, and people can go back on recordings and watch and see.
That is true.
So while I do like Trump, I don't really trust him as much as I did when I found that out.
If he was a hell of a healer, then I could probably understand him saying some kind of sarcastic remark, but I didn't see anything. I didn't see him do nothing.
Interesting knowledge.
I honestly think that the original Templar Order should be refounded once more. Because when the Templars began, they were created for the glory of God and to protect his people. There's no one like the Templars really anymore that seek to protect the Christians.
Yeah.
Christians are still persecuted to this day and hated by many people, including other Americans, for baseless claims and false truths. Like, for example, whenever I talk to people, they say, "Oh, you're a Christian, so you hate gays, or you this, or you that." No, I don't hate them. I hate what they do. I hate their actions. That doesn't mean I hate them. I don't really care. I just disagree. And people have things that they disagree that I do in my life. Well, it goes both ways. I disagree with things they do with their life, and the tide goes both ways.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what it means to be diverse. That's what it means to be different than other people. Just because I disagree doesn't mean I hate the person. I hate the sin, not the sinner. And something else I like to bring up on a slightly diverging topic, like people that are transgender, I think it is incredibly disappointing. And for this sole reason, people constantly talk about on the left side of politics, love yourself, accept yourself. You are who you were meant to be. And yet these people say that people should be transgender. Well, that's not being yourself. That's changing yourself into someone else. So which is it? Be yourself or be something else? Because genetics are very specific. And if you spend any amount of time studying biology, you'd know that everything goes into a particular place for a particular reason.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're born to be that specific person with a specific body type. Now, there are things that affect it. Like, for example, like medicine, when you're giving birth, that can cause some issues. Like, for example, painkillers, things like that. Birth control can cause a lot of defects on children if you take it. Even if you don't get pregnant while taking it, it can affect a child like way later in the future when you actually decide you want to have kids. There's just so many things that can cause problems that you just have to be so careful.
This has nothing. It's just another factor. What about hermaphrodites?
It is an incredibly rare mutation.
Mm-hmm.
And mutation doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. A mutation is just a thing that happened. And scientists don't really have an explanation for it. It just kind of happens. It happens more often in animals, like, for example, deer and stuff. It just happens. Now, the odds of it happening is rare, and it's even more rare for, like, both sets of genitals to be working. Now, typically, when these cases have come up, back in the day, they used to say, well, which do you want your child to have? Which, at the time, wasn't a good idea. I mean, not all doctors did that. And because the problem with this is this person who is hermaphroditic should wait until their puberty has fully matured. Because I talked to someone who was born that way once, and their parents said, well, we want a son. And then when they got older, they grew in boobs and stuff. But they didn't have female genitals anymore because the parents were like, well, we want this. So if that happens, wait. Let the child grow up as normally as possible. Because it doesn't matter what genitals the child is necessarily born with in terms of that regard. If the child is born with both sets of genitals, and if, like, in the case that not both are functioning, then one has to be removed. The non-functioning one has to be removed.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some cases where neither of them are working and all of it has to be removed except for a urinary tract. Which sucks, but whatever. Anyway, you have to just let the kid grow up. And obviously, if the kid is going to have more estrogen than testosterone, the kid is going to be drawn to usually more girly things. Maybe it'll be a tomboy. Regardless of what the results are or what the kid is interested in, let them grow it up past a teen and become an adult. And once their puberty has fully solidified, they can decide for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is such a complicated thing that it's very difficult to gauge what it's going to be. And doctors can't say, well, this person is going to grow up and be a this or a that. There might be some that will claim, oh, well, you see, if we look at this specific thing right here, it'll be a girl. There's been plenty of times where that's been false for those types of people. Point is, you just don't mess with that. You let the person, the individual, figure out what they want to do with it. Obviously, if the person grows in more feminine, you want to urge them to be like, hey, this is what is the most functional on you, and this is what your body is doing and producing, so you should most likely go with that. And that's what I would say that should be done in that scenario. Now, there might be some people who are like, well, it is the parents' decision. It's really not, though. I mean, yeah, while it is your decision, it is your kid, at the same time, you want them to be healthy. And if you want a child that is born like that to be healthy, you have to understand that you're not going to know if you made the right choice until like 18 or so years later, when puberty has gone through full development and they are developed in terms of genital, like the reproductive genitals. That's what I think about it.
Okay. I see.
I hate this guy.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise,
Any other questions?
That guy just sits like on the rock.
Any other questions? The conflict going down in Ukraine.
I think we have no right and no business there. We had signed a treaty with Russia a long time ago saying that we wouldn't get mixed up in their affairs. And upon all technicality, Ukraine was once, well, actually no, Ukraine was originally part of Russia, and then Ukraine split off long time ago. But see, that's Russia's business, not ours. And by us sticking our noses in it where our noses do not belong, we are violating the treaty that we signed with Russia. Now, a lot of people are just getting mad at Russia, saying, well, they're pieces of shit. They should be punished. We need to take Ukraine's side. You don't even know why Russia is in there, right? There was a lot of Russians in Ukraine that were begging Russia for help because there are neo-Nazis in Ukraine that were hurting and killing people, terrorists, that were saying that they were Nazis. And then Russia sent their troops in to see what was going on and got attacked. And that turned into a war. We still have no right to be there, and I think it is completely stupid for us to help in this situation that we have nothing to do with. It's not our country. It's not our political affair. We have no reason to get mixed up in another country's affairs in this regard. I just think it's asinine.
Yeah.
Maybe if Russia was causing a lot of harm, yeah. But see, like, a lot of people just don't know Russians. Like, a lot of Russian dudes I've met online are some of the most chill people you'll ever meet. They're always nice. They're always polite. And a lot of them are actually Christians. Like, a lot of them. And if you look up the demographic of religion in Russia, a majority of it are Christians. Because back in the day, preachers used to go over to Russia and be like, oh, well, here's our faith, here's what we believe in, and Russians started believing in it. Maybe people don't like Russia because it's Christians. And honestly, that wouldn't surprise me. Nobody likes Christians for some reason. I don't even have to do anything, and people hate my guts for it. But that is my opinion on the Ukraine thing. I think we have no business being there, and let the Russians figure out their Russian business with the other kind of Russians. That's what I think. Now, I'm fully welcome to opinions. If people have an opinion like, hey, well, this is my opinion on the matter, and this is why I think yours is not correct. Sure,
Oh.
bring it on. I'd love to hear it. I'll never say that I'm 100% correct on something, but if you have genuine facts and information that could say that I'm wrong, or something you have to say changes my mind, I'm all ears. But the problem is, have an actual argument.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I
I
can't
have
hear
a
you.
topic when I come back. Oh, I said
You are really quiet.
come back. Okay. Whoa. Can you really not hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I said uno momento. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I have a topic for when I come back.
Okay. You know, stream, if I had a webcam, I would turn this on so you guys could watch me work on this. But I don't. So you just get to listen to me and Nimrod talk about random bullshit. There we go. Man, making a leather journal backing is painstaking. It's time consuming.
I know I keep turning around. Oh.
That'd be my
Welcome
face
back.
care stuff.
I know.
Okay. This is like kind of controversial.
Anyway, what's your topic you had in mind?
It's kind of controversial, but I'm gonna put the question and the topic, and so I don't have to interrupt while you're talking. Uh, what is your take on abortion? And if somebody is like possibly raped and they want to get an abortion, how do you feel about it?
It is murder, no matter how you look at it. First of all, it's already proven that no matter how you try to remove the baby from the womb, the baby knows it's trying to be removed, and it will go as far back into the womb as possible because they've x-rayed it, a live abortion, and observed the baby trying to escape. It already knows there's danger. That means there's cognizant thought and instinct, which means it's alive. No matter how you look at it, it is a living person. About the children born of rape thing, everyone deserves a shot at life. Yes, a child may be born of rape, but there aren't many cases in the world of a child being born of rape and that person becoming a shitty person. 99.99% of the time, that person grows up to be a very upstanding individual and incredibly grateful that their mom decided to keep them. And they become a good, upstanding member of society. And here's something that a lot of people don't think about. What if that person who was aborted was going to be the one to cure cancer, or lower taxes for everybody, or cure leukemia, or bone cancer, or diabetes?
Graphics, though, on this guy.
People don't think about that. They don't think of the possibility. See, something that a lot of people don't realize is babies in particular have infinite possibility, infinite limit. They could become and do anything as long as they are motivated to do so as they grow.
That's literally what I say all the time.
Well, it's true. And people that are like, well, what if the mom is going to die because they're going to have the baby? Well, first of all, there is a C-section. Now, I don't like C-sections because they can be very dangerous. Because they have to cut you open to remove it, and that makes it so you might not be able to have a child ever again. But at the same time, if I ever had a family, had a daughter, and by some horrible way my daughter gets raped, well, A, I'm going to murder the guy, and B, I would hope my wife would do the same, but we would want her to keep it, and we would help her take care of it, because no matter how you look at it, that child is your blood. And to say that you just willingly, so easily get rid of your own blood is irreprehensible. Or no, not irreprehensible, reprehensible. My apologies. And a lot of people disagree with me. And some people have even brought up, well, I know it's rare, but what if a child gets raped around like 10 and they will die because of the way it affects their body during the pregnancy? A, this doesn't happen very often. B, there are ways, because we have the technology to help this process, and the baby can be born early, and it just has to be kept in a capsule for a while until it's old enough to be out of it.
Like, I don't know, people at the age of 10, there's even earlier ages at like 6 or so, but this is like more seen. And
yes, but that's extremely rare, because normally it is not possible to get pregnant unless you're a certain age, because the chemicals in your brain and your body are not ready yet to take on a challenge like that as a female. So people who use that argument are just trying to use anything and everything in their tiny little piss brain to try and think of something to say, or like some quick wit response to get someone to think like they do. Every single person, whether you agree with me or not, every single person was made by God. Every soul is conscious and every soul is living. And if you're the type of person who just can't stop having sex, and you have sex all the time and you keep getting abortions, fuck you. I hope you die. I hope you die in the worst way possible. Why? Because you're a murderer. Not only that, but you keep doing it. You don't want children? You don't want the risk of having children? Don't have sex. Close your legs, whore. That's the answer.
I'm happy. I'm waiting.
Oh, I love their little.
But yes, that's my stance on the matter. And on a side note that is kind of similar on track of this conversation, I don't think anyone at any point should take birth control for any reason. There are too many side effects and too many risks when someone takes birth control. Yes, I understand some people take it to help ease their period. But there are too many side effects to make it worth it. There are too many side effects, too many risks. It has, and I'm not saying this happens all the time, but in some cases it has been seen and observed that it can make a woman permanently sterile, meaning she can never have kids again.
No, I know, because I've heard of that too, so I'm pretty sure it's real. But I don't do things like that.
Mm-hmm. Well,
But
I'm just saying, and it's honestly, it's a natural process, and like, if you want to be healthy, don't interrupt the natural processes of your body. Just like, for example, because I have it, diabetes. It affects every single person so differently. Like, for example, when a diabetic drinks alcohol, some diabetics can drink alcohol and it doesn't affect them. Some can drink it and it spikes their blood sugar really bad. Or it makes their blood sugar go really low really fast, which is also really, really bad. Some people are mildly affected, some people are moderately affected. Everybody's like body is different, extremely different in its processes. That's why if like a doctor says, well, we want you to take this medicine so that way it does this and this to your body, ask more questions. Unless it's something like, you've got diabetes, you need to take this insulin or you're gonna die. Don't just take it. Now, if it's like, well, take an ibuprofen, take an Advil, you've got a headache. Yeah, duh, take it, it's just an Advil. Don't take too many though, it can hurt you still. The point is, don't keep letting people, and doctors in particular, keep shoving shit down your throat just so that way it gets them a paycheck. Because there's a lot of doctors now, especially ones that I've observed and talked to, that they don't care about you. They care about your money. They're just going to give you the first thing that comes to their mind, and that's that. And whether you agree with it or not, well, that just kind of sucks. But that's the world we live in. You have to be careful. You have to be mindful. You have to think. You have to be cognizant of your surroundings, of what people are telling you, of how they're acting around you, their body language. And a lot of people nowadays just don't give a shit. I can't stand people like that who are just complacent, who just don't care. Like people that are like, oh, sorry, I suck at English or whatever. And it's their first language and only language. And yet they can't even spell the word you. They have to use a letter. Shit like that makes me so fucking angry. It makes me want to take somebody and force a red clay brick down their fucking throat. In the age of technology that we have now, you have no right to be that stupid. When I was growing up, I didn't have a lot of technology. We had a GameCube, is what we had. And we had a DVD player and a VCR. Well, at first, I think we didn't even have a DVD player. Or did we? No, we had a DVD player. Because I remember the TV that we had a DVD player in it. That was around my room. Technology makes people dumber. Think about it this way, and I know a lot of people thinking, ooh, dangerous. Think about it this way. Technology, right? Information is very readily available to you, but that in lies the problem. It is so readily available to you that you don't commit anything to memory, which is like why people can't remember phone numbers anymore. Like, I'm no exception. If I ever get a new phone number, it takes me months to remember it. But my home phone number from when I was growing up, which we still have, I can remember that perfectly. Because I didn't grow up with a phone. I didn't grow up with, like, the constant phone bullshit. Like, oh yeah, I got a phone, time to text my friends. We had the GameCube, and then a PS2, and then a 360. And I only got to use those when I was a good kid. I mean, I did eventually get a DS Lite, DSi, DSi XL, and stuff. But if I behaved, I was good. And before that, when I was younger, when I was like 4 years old, that my parents were teaching me to read. And I could read at what was considered, an 8th to 9th grade level when I was around 6, I think. And it's not hard. You just have to make yourself do it. And like I've told other people before, it's like getting up out of bed every day. Nobody really wants to get up out of bed. Everybody, myself included. I want to lay down and I just want to fucking sleep. My brain is, fuck work, fuck this, fuck that. I want to sleep. Everybody does that. Everybody thinks about that.
Yeah, that's pretty natural.
It's important that you make yourself get up. You make yourself sit up. You say, no, I can't let myself do that today. I can't procrastinate. I gotta go be useful to society. Now...
I kind of...
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead.
No, I give myself a goal to go to for that morning. Not like a big goal, like, oh, I'm going to work towards this big old thing. No, it's like little minor goals. Let me just get up and make my bed in the morning. You know, kind of like what they teach you in military, like those little goals.
Well, the whole thing about growing as a person is, especially if you are very disorganized in your life, is you have to start small. You have to start with small things and slowly work until you don't have any small things left to make into a good habit. Like what Oreo just said, stream, you want to take, like, making your bed every morning. Make your bed every morning. Have small steps, small goals. Add one, if you have to, once a week, just so that way you get yourself used to the first one. And then if you get bold, 2 every week. But the point is making good habits so that way you can wake up and it is habit and you get it done and you don't even have to think about it because it's a habit. Because when you have to sit and think about something, obviously you're not going to want to do it, you're going to procrastinate, and you're not going to get it done. And I do that all the time. And I don't like doing it because then later in the day, I'm like, man, I could have gotten so much more done if I hadn't just procrastinated. But some days, I do get a lot of stuff done. And those are the days that I commit myself, my brain, to thinking about, okay, I did this thing that I set myself to do. Whether that's at work, whether that's at home, doesn't matter. I committed myself to it, I did it, I completed it, on to the next thing. And then the next thing.
Like the little things in life kind of get me through a lot of things, and I'm thankful that I have those little things in life.
Speaking of little things, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
little things are way bigger than a lot of people think. The little things, see, everybody always says, oh, you should be optimistic in life. You should always have a positive outlook. And blah, blah, blah. I think that's bullshit. Am I a pessimist? No. I don't think that, all doom and gloom. I don't think that at all. I'm the opposite. I am not pessimistic. I am not optimistic. I am realistic. I base what I do, what I think, off of realism. Realistic things, off of probabilities. Not possibilities, probabilities, because that is what life is based in. Like, for example, you ask yourself, let's say every day you ask yourself, am I going to wake up in the morning? You don't say possibly, you say probably. Because possibly infers that there is a somewhat large chance that you won't. Probably infers that there is a very large chance that you will. Life is probability, not possibility. And even so, that doesn't give anyone the right or excuse to be like, oh, well, probably not gonna work out. No, that means you probably need to get off your ass and do it. Like, for example, people talk so much about, oh, I have a dream to do that. I have a dream to do this. No, you have an ambition to do that, not a dream. Dreams are in your head. Dreams are not realistic. You want realism, you stop dreaming, start doing things. Because if you want to accomplish a quote-unquote dream, an ambition, you have to go out in the world and you have to do things. Some things you're not going to like. Did I ever like going to work and having to deal with people all day when I worked at, like, Taco John's or Little Caesars or anywhere else? No, I didn't. And I don't. I never did like dealing with people. It's one of the most draining things a person can do, is to interact with people.
I remember when I had worked at a trucker stop. It was like a pilot or something, and it wasn't like too big. And it was almost an everyday occurrence. Like you would have like your degenerates come in and try to talk you up or take you somewhere. I didn't. I personally, I could care less. I didn't, feed into it or anything. I kind of just kept it.
Okay, that's nice. Have a nice day. Bye.
Yeah, pretty much. I kind of like, even though I was of age, I kind of just lied and said like, "Oh, I'm like 16. Leave me alone."
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really. It also, I don't like dealing with. At the time. I didn't like dealing with coworkers or pretty much anybody in general. Where I work at now, I still deal with people, but they're more tolerable. As for say, it's a lot more formal and a more on a I don't know the specific word for it. It's not trashy.
Professional work environment.
Mm-hmm. You leave your home problems at home. You don't got no somebody's baby mama coming in arguing with them. It's just professionalism, suit, ties, things like that. Somewhere fancy.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy it. I make sushi. It's fun. I even though I don't eat it myself, I like making things.
Make these nuts clean.
Cackle.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, the truck stop I kind of left behind. That stuff made my stomach turn. Because even if I told them that I was like too young, they would still try to talk you up sometimes.
Right.
And just wait till I just be able to work at home on my own, like kind of regimen.
I don't think jobs like that are an actual job.
Yeah. Well, to some extent, it's not really just a hobby that pays.
Mm-hmm. Personally, my future planned profession is just to be a craftsman. The main goal is blacksmithing, to work a metal with my hands. That is the main goal and has been the main goal for quite some time. Now, at some point, I realized I don't need to be a blacksmith. I need to be a craftsman, because a blacksmith needs to be a craftsman. Because a blacksmith needs to be able to, like, if he's making a tool, he needs to either work with or be somewhat decent of a carpenter to make a handle for it too. You can't just be a blacksmith. You have to be good at other things. Leather working, jewel working or jewel smithing for finer detailed things. You need to be good with polishing. You need to be good with so many things besides being good with metal in blacksmithing. Because blacksmithing isn't just metal. You need to be able to do so many things. And like, let's say if a handle on a tool of yours breaks, you need to be able to fix it. Let's say you got a project to do, you got to fix it. Well, then fix it. Especially if no one else can fix it for you, you got to fix it. You got to be good at all that stuff to be able to be a blacksmith.
I think being able to rely on yourself and being able to fix things yourself without having to, somebody else is a stronger feeling.
Well, but you see, that's the thing, is a lot of people are completely dependent on other people. Like, a lot of bigger city people are completely reliant on other people in some way or another. And I can't do that. I refuse to be at the mercy of another person. Because other people are slow, they're incompetent, or they're annoying. And I'm not going to wait for other people. I'm not going to sit around twiddling my thumbs up my ass waiting for other people. I'm going to get what I need to get done, and that's that. And that's all there is to it.
I remember growing up on my grandparents' farm. I didn't live there for too long, but I have like very like long and detailed glimpses of my past where I just see them working. They're just honest working folks that I internally respect. I still pretty much work to this day, which I respect even more.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of runs off back into the point of like procrastination and things like that. I procrastinated a lot, like early on. I I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I like now I'm at a manageable like weight. Before I was like in the 200s or so. And I was like, fuck that. I'm not gonna do that kind of. I don't like feeling like this. I don't like feeling tired all the time. So I kind of just took it upon myself to work out, do weightlifting, things like that. It's a uh, I know this word. The words in my head is simply. I'm just gonna use revitalizing. It's a revitalizing feeling, like being able to do stuff that you couldn't do before. So I like learning new things, and I encourage other people to do the same.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
like, that's kind of like me right now. I have no leather working experience at all except for making my own wallet. That's it. I have no experience in this craft whatsoever. But I don't have anyone to teach me, and I have things to make. So I've got to learn it at some point. It doesn't matter if I learn it from a master or not. Sure, I might get taught a trick or two, but for the most part, a lot of masters at some point had to learn a trick or two from themselves. I'm not saying that having a master craftsman teach you the craft is useless. No, it's actually rather helpful. But there are things you got to learn on your own. Not everybody is going to be around to help you and teach you and point you in the right direction. There are a lot of times in life where you're going to have to figure it out yourself. And to a lot of people, that's really scary. Which is why a lot of people, like younger people, they might have the money to move out, but they don't because they're scared. Like my niece is a prime example. She's going to be 24 this year and still lives in mommy and daddy's basement for a multitude of reasons. A, she's growing up to now has spent thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on cosplay stuff for TikTok. And has never had any money to do anything, really. And she has no friends, and she has completely no social life. And she doesn't have a great relationship with the rest of the family. She is a liar, and I personally have plenty of reasons to dislike her. She lied about me to my brother and his wife as a kid, which is her parents. Her and I have never gotten along. She invited me to a Comic-Con once. And I said, on the condition you help me make a costume or whatever. And I decided to go with business night. I had leather gloves that were forearm length. And I had a medieval helmet. And I had sabatons, which are night boots. Anyway. During this entire Comic-Con thing, it was fine, and then the second day came along, and her two LGBTQIAC3PO motherfucker friends came up, and she was like, alright, well, I'm gonna go hang out with them for a little bit, because she had bought us both a 2-day pass, and I was like, wow, okay, bring me here, and then you ditch me, or whatever. And see, on first day I was business night. On second day I was like, that was way too much clothing, way too hot. And so I wore a white kind of dress shirt, short sleeve. And then I wore I have a Greek fisherman's hat that is like probably about, 70 years old now. And it looks like a German SS officer hat. And I have aviators. And I thought, this is the perfect time to let my German side free. And so I went as a German SS officer. I even brought a Czech Republic gas mask just to sell the plot. Anyway, I eventually caught up with her and her friends, and one of her little retard friends asked, what are you even dressed up anyways? And they're kind of the rude, snobby assholes that you imagine a young Karen to be. And I said, I'm an SS officer. And they were like, the German kind? And I said, yes. And then I did the German salute, and I said, Sieg von Deutschland! And then the fat one, because there was a skinny one and a fat one, the fat one started screeching at the top of her lungs across the entire convention floor, get the fuck away from us! Get the fuck away from us! And my niece, who was sitting there, she just looked at her and didn't do anything. She didn't say anything. She didn't try to stop her friend from screaming at her own family. If anything, I would say that there was a look of pride in her eyes. And ever since then, I have wanted nothing to do with her. And yet, she comes to me when she's got nobody else to hang out with, because her little dipshit friends that she says that she's no longer friends with, we all know that she's lying. When she says that none of them are around and want to hang out with her, or that she has no friends and is bored, I don't feel bad. not that long ago, she asked if she could join the game we were playing and play with us, and I said yes, but first I need to test you. And it was the very same question that I asked you before I invited you into Havel Incorporated. And she thought about it, and she's like, I just don't know what you mean. And I said, it's a very simple question. And then I eventually gave her an analogy, an example, and then she answered incorrectly. And I said, sorry, can't join then. And then she got all butthurt about it. And then I was like, you know what? I'll give you an opportunity. If you want to learn about honor, then I'll allow you to join. And I was only giving her that one opportunity just to see if she wanted to change. And of course, she didn't. And then she went crying to her dad, my brother, and was whining that I wasn't letting her join my group. Keep in mind, we are grown adults. She's 22 and 23 and I'm 21. And she went and ran to Daddy and had to cry about it. And then he calls my mom and is like, why won't he let her in? And it's like, well, first of all, it's my group, not hers. And so what? I don't let her in. That's my choice.
I don't think that it should even matter. Like, why run to someone else to... You said grown adults. So I just think it's really childish to do thing of this sort.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of...
Blueberry and Cranberry. Welcome to the stream. Thank you.
It's just people these days.
Yeah, I know it's childish. And then not that long ago, a couple days ago, I think it was either Thursday or Friday, and I was thinking about how sad of a life she has, and I was like, you know what? I'll give her another chance. I messaged her over on Facebook, and I said, hey, here, I'm going to give you an opportunity to change, and if you don't change, and you don't want to change, then you're just not going to be allowed in. And she never answered. 4 hours passed, then my brother calls and is like, why is he being so rude to her? And was like talking a bunch of shit and stuff, and I was like, what is going on? Yes, this is a true story. After all, this is a podcast. I'm not even really playing my game. I'm just kind of talking because I'm making a journal by scratch in real life. I already have the paper bound together, and I am currently working on the leather backing. Anyway, yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's childish the way she acts, despite she's going to be 24 this year. I appreciate that, question mark. Okay.
Was she, like, babied earlier?
Kind of.
Kind of seemed like she was babied. Or entitled.
Well, she's been... I don't know if she's, like... I don't really think that she's entitled. I think that she's just sheltered. She's a very sheltered individual, and she has no intention to crawl out of that shell at all. And it's sad, and I genuinely wish that she would grow up. Honestly, if she was an escape convict, I'd probably be more okay with that. But it's the fact that she's not, and I have grown up with her, and I know that she's just childish and stupid, that is the sad part.
Does she just not want... She just always wants the safety net?
Well, part of the problem is her parents. Especially, like, her mom, who would constantly talk about how if she goes out alone, then she's going to get raped or something. And this was stuff that they were telling her as a kid and stuff. She was just... They scared her a lot, I think, or something like that. And I think that she just grew comfortable sitting in the basement, having an at-home job, and just being nothing.
About gore?
I don't really have any gory stories, unless you want me to talk about the several times I've stepped on something really sharp and my foot got cut open.
I would say probably the most gory thing around me was like in first grade. Some bitch tripped me. I fell onto like the pavement or whatever, and my whole hand was like ripped open.
Damn.
I could see it's like literally the muscle in my hand and everything.
Sorry, Cranberry. I'm not doing a face reveal until I eventually get 10 million subscribers. P.S. It's not gonna happen. As in, I'm not gonna get 10 million subscribers. It's just not in the cards. I'm okay with that. I don't care about being famous. I don't really want to be famous, honestly. I care about making content. Chad, let's get him to 10 million. While it would be nice to be a popular internet influencer, which it wouldn't be nice, it's just not really my thing. I just like to make content that at least will make someone in the world have a smile. I don't care if everyone likes it, as long as there's one person in the world that can get some laugh, some smile, or get their day brightened by something I say, some joke I make, then I'm happy. I'm happy with it. And that's all there is to it.
Very much indeed. Aw, babe.
I made someone smile.
Yeah.
Sewing leather is hard on the hands. I need a break for a minute. Can I tell a story about a superhero? It depends on what kind of superhero. You want me to make one up on the spot?
It's the year 1984.
Any superhero. Make one up on the spot. We'll tell a story about a superhero by the name of Cactus Man. See, no one really realized that Cactus Man was the hero that everyone needed until one day an army of alien probing balloons came down from the sky. And you see, everyone was terrified of these probing balloons. Dear Lord, they screamed, what's gonna happen to us? Our buttholes will be probed. Everybody was scared. And then a man donned in all cactus with cactus-based abilities came out and said, "Fear not, fellow citizens. I am here to get rid of this disparage of all these balloons." And from that day forward, he protected the city of Cactania from all balloon probing aliens. That is the story of Cactus Man.
Bravo.
Smash? What are we smashing? I like Smashing Pumpkins. It's a good band. You're gonna tell your children that story? I'm so sorry for your future children.
They're gonna tell
They're
them
gonna
that
be
you're Dr.
traumatized.
Seuss.
What's probing? What do you mean buttholes? You know what? No, that makes sense. That checks out. Also, by the way, sometimes I do stream on Twitch games like Noida, aka Pixel Wizard. I'm sure you saw, at least one of you have seen Slimesicle play it before.
I love Noid.
And I do stream it. I do a multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube, and I have Twitch interaction enabled on it, so if you guys ever want to come in and fuck with me while I play Noida, just stop in. The link to my Twitch is in the description. I don't openly share my Discord. Sorry. Now, if you're a returning viewer and you are here for a while, maybe. No swearing. Shit. Wait. Damn it. Shit.
Oh, fuck.
Man. Shit.
Man.
Sorry.
No.
Damn. Man. Man. I just keep doing it, man. It's the case of the slippery banana all over again. So anyway,
the economical crisis of America.
I love that topic in the Banana Mart. You can tell me a story here. Now this is a story all about how I didn't ask. It's easier with your voice. Well, I mean, that's nice. But like, even if I added you on Discord, I'm not gonna open up the call while I'm streaming. So, like... it's not gonna really much matter. Make you want to kill yourself? Well, I am an American that also happens to be a bit German. And Irish.
And
I don't stream group chats either. I only stream my Discord server and only select people are allowed in. I don't... who's Young Fly? Also, welcome to the chat, Doran.
Toenail reveal?
I've never heard anyone ask for a toenail reveal. Honestly, my two big toenails are really fucked up because at one point, both of them fell out. Even better. Oh yeah, give me them tootsies. You also want a toenail reveal? If I can get one video to 100 likes, I'll do a toenail reveal. Why not? Everyone everyone! It's an emergency! He do have a point. You are everyone.
But together, we are mighty.
I mean, there's always the case of you could just share the stream to several people you know. There's also that. And then possibly get more people to leave likes. Thoughts on racism? It's a construct that people invented so that way they can keep people separated from one another. Do I think there's genuinely people who are racist? Yes. Do I think that it is a problem such as it has been pushed? No. Even people like Samuel L. Jackson have said, how do we stop racism? Stop talking about it. Thoughts on sexism? It depends on what you mean on the purview of sexism. I don't know what your opinion is. I can't compare it to mine if I don't know yours. Would I kill baby Hitler? First of all, that would create a time paradox and disrupt the timeline and fuck everything up. And then we could end up having Genghis Khan be reborn and then everyone dies. I'd rather not. What's my thoughts on slavery? My thought on slavery is if someone willingly wants to be a slave to another person, there's nothing wrong with that. I would have absolutely no problem if they legalized that, in that regard specifically. On the gender wage gap, I know quite a few women that would make way more money than I do. And I know women that got accepted to their current job because they were women. There are also specific fields that women can get into, like female modeling, that pay quite a bit, depending on where you go with it, that men can't do. OnlyFans is disgusting, and people who do OnlyFans should kill themselves. Transgender? I think that it is stupid. If you want people to be themselves, why ask people to change themselves and become transgender? It is completely ass backwards, and it makes no sense. Ask people to be themselves, and then after you ask them to be themselves, then you say, it's okay to be not yourself. I don't care if people on OnlyFans make more money than I do. I don't agree with people using OnlyFans as a way of income anyway. So it doesn't matter if they make more money than I do, I'm still not gonna agree with it. On YouTuberism, I don't know if that's a thing. What's my least favorite color? That's a difficult question because I think a lot of colors have their own unique beauty. On blackism? What kind of blackism? No, I don't like Skibbity Toilet.
What?
I liked when memes were actually good and they were funny, is what I liked. These thoughtless, brainless memes that don't have a punchline or any kind of humor are disappointing. I think they're struggling with questions now.
Skibbity
On
is
murder? Well, murder is already a sin. And some people argue that killing another person because they're attacking you is murder. I disagree. Murderism? I don't think that that's a word.
Mm-mm. Seems like someone's infatuated.
You guys think I'm ever gonna reach 1 million subs? Well, or 10 million subs? That is being optimistic. Honestly, really optimistic. Eventually, maybe. If I live that long. Yeah, I mean, then I guess you don't have to subscribe, Cranberry. I'm not just gonna freely share my Discord. Nah, sorry. I mean, technically, you're almost correct, Blueberry. It'd be 10 million days. One subscriber a day, that's a 1-to-1 ratio. In what time have I reached 190 subscribers? Well, since I started making content on this channel. And the first content that I made on this channel was about 4-ish years ago, if we're being honest. So for about 4 years.
Yeah, he making big leaps, big move, big money move.
He rounded the number, Blueberry. It will be a little hard. Well, like I was saying earlier, I don't care about becoming popular. I don't really want to become popular because what I see with every popular YouTuber is they become conceited, right? There was a YouTuber that I watched as a kid. I'm not going to name him because I don't want to spread any hate to people that I at one point liked. I watched a lot of his content, and more in recent times, in the past few years, he was doing a lot of live streaming. He almost live streams every day, like me. And I put in a what's it called? I put in a super chat. I paid money to tell him that I really appreciate his streams, and they were always really funny and everything. And he looked over at it and he said, "Huh, nice." And then he discounted it. I don't want to be conceited like that. I don't want to do that. Mr. Beast? I don't like Mr. Beast, firstly. Mr. Beast is as fake a person as a mannequin. I don't like Mr. Beast.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
I don't like any of the Kardashians. Why don't I like Jimmy? He's a very fake person. And I hate clickbait. If I'm gonna make a video, I'm gonna do exactly what's in the title. And if what happens during a live stream changes enough to substantiate a change in the title, I will change the title. I don't clickbait, I don't like clickbaiting, and I don't like it when other people do it either. I think it is absolutely cringe and unnecessary. And I'm not gonna like someone because everybody else likes him. I like what I like, and just because a bunch of other people like this one thing doesn't mean I am going to like it. Well, the problem with that is no matter what happens, he's one of the people that bring in a lot of money for YouTube and Google. They can't just get rid of him, right? At one point, Mr. Beast was very prevalent and popular, and now it's just kind of died down. The people who liked him in the beginning still like him now. Not as many people join in and like him also as it was before when he was really quote-unquote popping off. It's just everybody has their own tastes, everybody has their own likes. That's just how it is. And like I said, I don't really want to be famous. I have no opinion on someone and no thoughts on someone I've never spoken to and never actually done any research on. If I know nothing about a person, I'm not going to comment on the person or anything about them unless they are a very heinous person that is criminal. That's my opinion on that. Anyway, my bladder is going to explode. I'll be back.
So, what's up, my dudes? How's everybody's night?
What are we talking about?
Nothing. We're not talking about nothing. Nothing is being said. Nothing is being done. This is absolute.
Alright, who in the chat is going to be a homie and tell me what's actually going on?
Nothing. Literally nothing is going on.
Thoughts on Has-Been Hotel? I have absolutely no interest in it. I think the animation style and art quality are pretty decent. I've never really watched too much of it, but from what I have seen about it, it has somewhat decent character design and plot and stuff, I guess. I guess. Other than that, I don't really have an opinion.
I guess you're actually kind of decent. I've watched all of it.
Roblox used to be really good back in the day. Back around, what, 2012-ish? I want to say? I used to play it back then. And I remember all the Uber tycoons and shit. It was so fun to just do random shit. Nowadays, that Roblox is quote-unquote more polished, I think it's less fun. There are some things that you can find on it that are rather fun and enjoyable. However, there is a lot of cringe that is not fun. And it is not enjoyable, and it makes the game less fun. I don't want 70 different Adopt Me ads for a game on Roblox. In Princess Tycoon, I will never play something called Princess Tycoon. I am a man. That's just not gonna happen, brother.
Good boxes.
It's not about judging a book by its cover, it's judging whether I'm gonna want to read the book based on what the cover says. If the cover says how to rape a child and never get caught, I'm not gonna read the book. That's a very extreme example, but nonetheless, it still stands.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, I wouldn't read a book like that at all. Whoa.
That's just how it is. I mean, you can say that.
Whoa.
I mean, that's defamation of character. And upon definition is rude. But if you want to be that way, go for it, I guess. I really don't care. Words mean nothing. You can leave, I guess. That's fine.
Up to Toadale review.
Probably not gonna be streaming today that much longer anyway. It's getting late. I've got a job to do in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
There's no connection here. I've known you for the amount of time that you've been chatting in my stream. There is no connection. Okay, well, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. I can't stop you.
It's prolonging this.
I ain't gonna beg anyone to stay. I ain't gonna beg anyone to like or to subscribe. If it's God's will, then I'll be popular. If it's not God's will, then I'll just kind of be med.
I see that over like 90% of the people that watch me are not subscribed. So please subscribe, please.
Bro, it says like there's like 99% of people aren't subscribed. I don't give a rat's ass. What I'm more interested in the fact is that like there's a lot of people from like places like Brazil and shit that watch my streams. I find that way more interesting.
Yeah, that actually does sound interesting. Like what?
Places like Argentina and stuff. Let me look right now. I'm actually curious. Let's see here. Analytics, demographics, audience. Oh, see, it changes around. Like right now, the top geographies are United States and United Kingdom.
Who's in the UK, you know?
Yeah. I guess. But it does say for age and gender, for what it has observed, is 100% male users watching my channel.
I mean, I watch it actively.
Gasp. I always knew you were a man. Wait. There's people that watch my streams in Spanish auto-translated. There's no subtitles viewers, which is 96.5%. Then there's English subtitles, which is 3.3%, and then 0.2% is Spanish auto-translated viewers. Who the fuck?
I guess somebody just really wanted to know what you were saying.
I didn't think I'd have Spanish viewers. Yeah. Oh, apparently it's only 13% that are subscribed now. Woo! Yeah, I don't care. It don't matter.
I think you could do this. It's only 10 million subscribers.
Yeah, totally.
Just break a leg.
Oh, my legs are broken. Ah. What have you done?
Father's back. Break your mother's back.
Does that mean if you fuck a butt crack that you break your dad's ball sack?
Now that is up for debate. But we can debunk that on
Let's test it with Jamie Heineman and Adam Savage. No, I actually think that those two individuals are respectable craftsmen and good at their trade. And I recommend subscribing to Adam Savage's Tested, because he makes some neat shit sometimes. Hello, Clouds. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Hi, how's it going?
Hi. Hi.
Hi, how are you? For selves, it excuse Yag sucks big dwigged. I agree, Clouds. Honestly, I agree. I agree with that statement. I support this statement. Officially. Benny? Beanie? Beanie de Benini?
He's a goat. He's a goat.
No, see, that emoji is less of a goat and more of a groat.
A groat? What's a groat?
I'll figure it out.
Right. Bah.
Bah. Water is the lifeblood that I drink. Oh, now you're talking almost Viking Runic. That's almost Viking Runic. What is that? I think that's Swahili or something.
Let me see. What is the thing talking about?
Language of the Clouds. I recognize those runes. I just don't remember from which runic they are.
Well, do speak in Whew. Yeah.
There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun. And it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one.
Far too darn deep.
Oh, isn't it great? I know.
Well, I'm darn tootin' shoot my gootin'.
Hate the word.
Yeah.
Shoot. Are you?
Doo doo doo. Dun 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 dun. I fucked your dad.
You, why don't you do?
So, any more interesting topics you've thought of?
Well,
I know.
let's see.
Ooh, well, now that you mention it, nope.
People buying Billy Delphine's bathwater.
Who?
It was like some girl that used to be on YouTube. Well, I don't know if you might speak.
Oh, you said Billy, like Delphin or something. I was like, who the fuck is that? You mean Belle Delphine, the type of person just by looking at their face that I would drown in sewage water.
Yeah. People, buying her bathwater and stuff.
Just
But
from
it's-
looking at her face, I get physically nauseous. You know, for a second there, I thought your, like, YouTube profile picture was Valthane, and I was about to be like, damn.
Mm-mm.
You gotta admit, from far away, that's exactly what it looks like.
Looks like who?
You know I'm game.
It looks like what?
What?
You cut out, so I didn't hear you.
It looks like what?
Valthane.
Oh no!
It does look like it, though.
I can kind of see it, but this profile picture is like old. It's like old. I made that thing on MS Paint.
Hey, MS Paint is God. Not really, but it's the king. Me having never used MS Paint. You know, the whole thing about creativity is that creativity stems from when you can make something out of nothing. That's why painters start with a blank canvas, not a template of something that's already drawn. Art is just that. It's creativity that you can sprout from nothing. Creativity that allows you to turn a blank canvas into something beautiful. And so, like, when they keep adding, like, new useless blocks into Minecraft, it doesn't give me more building options. It just hinders me. because what I could do or create an effect with becomes harder to do when I have so many options to do things with.
It just adds more.
There doesn't need to be so much complexity in a game that is essentially like what? There's like what? 16 by 16 pixels on each block. It's essentially a 16 by 16 bit game. I don't need that much complexity in a game that is like that. I just need the game.
True.
People have been playing the game with so little for so long. Why not try to inspire players to make their own mods? Or interview mod creators, so that way people might be able to learn or find ways to learn how to make their own mods. No, that doesn't make any money. See, that's the problem. See, gaming companies used to be there because they wanted to make an enjoyable experience. And when you start paying $60 a game, which is what a lot of games are now, and then it's subpar.
Especially like AAA games. That's why I'm like falling in love with like the games.
Like, for example, Rust. Everybody was so loving over Rust. I hate Rust. Rust is annoying. Especially if you're in a server with other people. There's nothing really that fun about it. It's not interesting. There's nothing to it, really. It's literally just the same thing, constantly. Oh, better get more resources. Oh, better go do this. It's not fun. It's not fun. Games where there is more content, like Terraria, or like games where you can make more content out of less, like Minecraft. That is fun. That is enjoyable. Because you've made decent content, something enjoyable, out of something that there was not much content to begin with.
I know. Yeah, it is.
How do you feel about DayZ?
Mid.
Destiny?
Yeah.
Bleh. Honestly, I don't find them to be that enjoyable. DayZ is exactly the same thing as Rust, but more guns and killing people. I've not seen a single DayZ server that is just like what it should be, kind of almost like a zombie survival game. It's just people killing each other.
Yeah, I'm not even scared of the zombies. I'm more or less worried about the people.
And, like, everybody's easy to kill in there. It's, like, the very first time I ever played it, I was waiting for a friend to get on who wanted me to play it with him. And I join into a random server, and I walk into a room in this town, and, like, somebody else walks in. I had found a knife in that house. I stabbed the guy to death because he had a gun, and he didn't know I was in there. I take his gun. Another person comes in. I kill that guy. I take his shit. And then, in the matter of 40 minutes, I became the alpha of the server because I had all the good shit, and nobody else had anything left because I made sure it all despawned. Not fun. Boring. You can't really build in that game. Can't really do anything. That's why games like Terraria, 7 Days to Die, Ark, Minecraft, all of those are interesting and they're fun because they're sandboxes. You get to do whatever you want, whenever you want, cut down trees, build a huge ass base. And games like Ark and Conan are even better because you can have minions or pets to help you slaughter things with you. That's fun.
Oh
Because
yeah.
you get to explore, and you don't have to constantly be looking over your shoulder, because you can just do a private game, and you can just be with your friends or just by yourself. The games like Ark and Conan are really fun, even just playing solo. And you just exist, and it's just fun. Games where it prioritizes PvP that isn't really that good over everything else, and there's nothing else really, it's just trash.
Did you play like any of the DLCs on Ark?
I have all the DLCs. I think that Ark is one of the most fun games I've ever played. Problem is, I just don't have anyone to play it with.
Okay. What was your favorite DLC?
Honestly, my most favorite map, I haven't played ones like Crystal Isle or anything, but my most favorite map is Ragnarok. By far. I love Ragnarok. It's so fun. I know that map by the back of my hand.
I can get that.
And I only spawn on the northeast corner of the map. I only spawn top right. Only. Best spawn.
I think one of my favorite creatures on there I always just seem to have like gotten on Ark was just griffins.
Honestly, griffins mid. Wyverns are where it's at.
They're cool.
My favorite creature on there to tame and to have a plethora of is Araneos, spiders.
Hmm.
Well, I know that. The knotheads can't get into that.
That and Tusoteuthis, the Kraken. Those are the two creatures that I have usually tried to get the most of. Just because I like them. Oh yeah, and once upon a time, you seem to know Ark, so you know what a Giga is. I knocked out a Giga with my bare fucking fists.
Ooh.
It was... I'm pretty sure we were playing Primitive Plus. Which means there's no guns or tranquilizer darts or anything like that. And we only had trank arrows. And we had gotten this Giga stuck on metal poles. Or was it stone? I don't remember. I think it might have been stone. It was glitched and just couldn't hit them. Anyway, it was stuck, and then my club broke, and I was like, shit, I can't stop. And then I just started punching it in the face. And then it just knocked out. Of course, right before the last hit where I knocked it out, it did break. Because it had to be stone, because it broke out, because it can't break metal. It broke out of its enclosure, and then right as it broke, and I was about to start shitting myself, he just fell asleep. He went down, and I was like, on the last hit where that could have been the end of my life, I have knocked out a Giga with my bare fucking hands.
That is a story to tell the other Ooga Booga men in your cave.
In the corner, can't even keep up.
Another once upon a time in Ark, I was playing with some other people in this big friends server, and this one group of people who was at one point with me in a clan abandoned me, took a bunch of shit from me, and I don't tolerate that. And so at that point, I was determined to have a little bit of what we call old-fashioned revenge. And I found their base, which is in a cave, and it was on the map Ragnarok, and I know that map very well. So they were not hiding from me. They were in a cave up in the north, which is mostly my domain, because that's the area I like the most in the map. And when I found them, because they challenged me too. They said, "You'll never find our base." And I was like, "You have sealed your fate in a way that you cannot understand." And they're like, "Yeah, whatever, man." I found their base. And they had, like, force fields and all this other stuff. And I was thinking, Man, oh man. You realize you have no clue who you're dealing with. And so, because I believe they were the alphas of the server right then. And it took me a few hours. And I destroyed their base. I killed every single one of their dinosaurs. And I made sure every single one of their pieces of loot despawned. Don't fuck with me in games. If you start a war with me, be prepared for brutality. Because I don't show mercy.
Sheesh.
I played old school Minecraft factions back in the day. If we're raiding you, we're not leaving anything behind for you to come back at us with. We're dropping every item on the ground so that way it despawns. You are not allowed to have anything. And bet your ass, if you try to rebuild, I will come back, I will hunt you down, and you will die again.
I did that.
Fuck, I want to play Ark now.
Yeah. There's some. Have you ever played Valheim?
I have Valheim, yes.
I got into it with a friend. I really thought it was fun.
I think it is fun, yes. But just like Ark and Conan, it's not fun to play alone.
Yeah, she's got one leg coming out of the left boob.
Yeah.
She went right in. Oh wait, maybe I did it. Yeah. Just her head was sticking out of the ground. No. Nothing unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's the journal looking now?
Well, I have the leather all cut to size. I finished punching all the holes for the thread. And now I am sewing the edges of the backing so that way the edges of the material do not fray in the future as badly as they would if I did not sew them.
This seems pretty cool.
I can send you a picture later of it if you'd like.
Yeah, of course. I just think making things with, from scratch is like.
Nope. Nope. We're crazy like this. Yeah. There's some more up top I can throw over the edge too.
Someone just asked me on Discord, why play Ark when you can play Rust? It's basically the same thing. No, the fuck it isn't. Not that long ago, I just explained why Rust sucks. Rust is boring. The main thing you do in it is fight other people, and when you're in a private server with friends, like maybe one or two friends, it's just boring. Once you get a base and the best equipment, which only takes a day or two to do, there's nothing else to do. Nothing else to do. It's boring beyond belief. And the maps aren't even that big.
Mhm.
There's nothing that interesting about it. There's nothing that cool about it. In Ark, there's a lot of different maps, vastly different, that you can do. And there's different dinosaurs, and they all spawn in different locations, and they all take something a little bit different to tame them. And they're all good for different things, and there's different resources for different things you need for different dinosaurs all over the map. Not only that, but there's resource cache deposits that you have to find, and you have to slowly work your way, and you have to collect airdrops, so that way you can craft even better stuff with the blueprints you get. It's a long process in Ark, yes, but it feels rather rewarding. Like if you see a dinosaur or something that's like, that looks cool, I want that, you can get that. You just have to be willing to put in time to get it. You've never played Ark? Well, I recommend you play Ark because it is a game of dinosaurs. It is a sandbox survival game, almost kind of like 7 Days to Die, but there are dinosaurs everywhere. There is herbivores that only eat plants. There's carnivores. There are krakens in the game called Tusoteuthis. And there are very few dinosaurs in the game that can't be tamed. You can get little tiny otters to be your pets. You can do all sorts of stuff. You can have a bird. You can have, depending on the map, a wyvern, which is essentially a dragon, as a pet. You can breed dinosaurs. Of course, with the same breed. You can't crossbreed. Which I think would be an interesting feature. Anyway, there's different boats. There's different levels of armor and stuff you can get in the game. And there is a main quest, and there is packets of lore that you can find in the maps. It's just interesting. It's just fun. And Ark has an actual story, unlike Rust. If you're still curious about Ark, person on Discord, I have YouTube videos on it on my channel of me playing Ark with friends and stuff. So if you want to play it, if you want to see what Ark is like, just go check out the videos. Because you never want to play a game or spend money on a game that you're not even sure you're going to like. So watch a YouTube video or two, see if it's something you'd like, and then play it. Or don't. It's whatever. I'm almost done with the first line of reinforcement threading on one side. And when I finish that, it's going to be stream over for the day. Come on. Giddy dear. There we go. Well, see, the thing is, person on Discord, yeah, I did ask if people wanted to play 7 Days to Die earlier, but The problem with that is you live in Greece, I live in the United States. It is 2 minutes until 1 in the morning, and I work in the morning. So, even if I wanted to, I can't. And I don't really want to, because today has sucked enough anyway. I am emotionally, physically exhausted. I don't have the energy for another stream, or something as high energy as 7 days. Unfortunately, that is. Mm-hmm. But I thank you for the offer. And maybe there will come a day and a time when we can play. It is just unfortunately not today. I am making a leather journal from scratch. Right now, I have cut out a piece of leather to be the backing of the book, the cover, so to speak. And now I am sewing the edges, folding it over, sewing the edges, so that way the leather doesn't fray and split apart and fall apart as easily. It'll last longer that way. Hard? It's not necessarily hard so much as time consuming. I mean, it can be a bit painful on the hands. I'll admit that. It can most certainly be painful on the hands. Especially if you're not used to doing, like, leather sewing. Because I'm not using a sewing machine. I'm doing this all hand and needle. Which can be quite strenuous on the hands. And it does hurt after a while, which is why I have to take breaks. Because leather is way tougher than normal skin because it's been treated and stuff. And it doesn't want to cooperate with you. That's why if you're sewing leather, you should get metal teeth. It looks like almost like little teeth or like a little rake kind of thing. Or almost kind of like a comb thing that's made of metal. And you get like a mallet or something and you put little holes into the leather. And then you put your big ass sewing needle, because you can't use a regular one, in the hole with the... Usually when you're sewing leather, you use waxed thread.
Oh, then I read it wrong. That was weird. Oh, that was good.
But yeah, no. The hardest part is that it's time consuming and it can hurt your hands after a while. But, you know, I've already made my own wallet, and it's really relaxing to be able to make your own stuff instead of going and buying it at a store it's just far more therapeutic in a way, and also you get to rest in the fact that you made it yourself.
Me neither.
It can be cheaper too. It
No.
it isn't necessarily cheaper if you're using real leather. Obviously, real leather is going to last a lot longer than fake leather. But it also is far more expensive than fake leather. Obviously, because it's real leather. But things you make with it are going to last a lot longer.
Oh, we need 6 more logs, really?
And honestly, in my opinion, something doesn't need to look fancy to work well. If it works well and it works efficiently, it doesn't have to look good. Looking good is for dates. Honestly.
I know. I know.
You still alive, Oreo? I think Oreo has died. She is asleep.
Oh. That's alright. It's time for bed anyway.
Honestly, I can't really blame her. I think she's also ahead of me in time, so it's even later for her.
I am? Yep.
Yes, indeed.
I
Rip
know.
Oreo.
I know.
Rest in penis.
Yeah, crap all over the floor. Come on. No. What? The hell? There's a weird noise. Oh, somebody got got. It's still nighttime. I thought we went to bed. That was weird.
Yeah.
Where'd you go, you little? There he is. Yeah. Yeah, I do too.
Alright, well, stream, I think that's going to do it for today. So I'm going to thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. And don't forget,